Well, listening to that is Adrian Oldfield, who's the chairman of the Big Academy in Barnsley. It's a not-for-profit community interest company. Oh, I tell you what, Adrian, first of all, before we ask about the figures, tell us about the company.
Well, the company was established about a year ago in response to what we could see as a growing problem around youth employment, and it was an opportunity for us to put our existing employer links and links to training providers, schools, together with some innovative solutions really to get young people working.
Are you surprised by these figures then, 1 in 5?
No, I'm not surprised, because the industry itself has been very reactionary forever. So they only ever react to problems, so they're going to get worse. It will continue to get worse until we start dealing with the causes of why young people are not attractive to employers in a very competitive labour market.
So where does the Big Academy come from? What's your history? What's your background?
Well, I've been around in FE and recruitment for about 15 years, so I understand what employers are looking for. Yeah. I understand from a training provider's point of view how they're driven by funding targets, etc. I talk to employers every single day about trying to get young people in there. I see young people with no work experience whatsoever. Employers don't care about GCSE results largely. It's how good they're going to be able to fit into their workplace. And the problem at the moment is that many schools are scrapping work experience. That's why it's going to get worse. Employers want people to be able to slot into their workforce.
I wonder why nobody ever says that on the radio. I wonder why nobody ever says in the press. I don't know. As an employer myself and somebody who's been employed, certainly nobody's ever asked to look at my O-level results, ever. No. And anybody who works for me, and hang on, I've got a few, I've never asked to look at their results. No. Why do we spend so much time getting kids through GCSEs?
That's the way the government likes to measure things, I think, and not just the government, local authorities. In fact, before I came in this morning, I was reading up on some information about the NEETs, and if you look, they're talking about extending education. They're talking about in trying to keep people in school longer. I mean, they're talking now about holding kids in school until they're 18. What they should be doing, and schools know those young people that aren't going to be going on to college and university, they identify them at 14. That's the time to engage them with employers and get them to think about the work they do. In fact, actually, Toby, we at the Big Academy, we have an enterprise workshop that we run with primary schools called the Little Academy. Right. That's when you should be planting the seed of work with young people, not waiting until they've left school and they're a problem.
Is it about what they see at home? Is it about their actual whole life experience? If they don't see the parents getting up and going to work, then they don't see getting up and going to work as a normal option.
Absolutely. It has become acceptable for a lifestyle choice these days not to be working. I left school in 1983 with no qualifications, and I've never not worked. But my family talked about work. My parents split when I was 15 as well, so you can say I'm from a broken family. But it's attitudes towards work. We placed a young person in a key cutting place in Hackney, in East London, 2 years ago, and they enjoyed the work that they were doing so much. The mother actually rang the college and got hold of us then and said, "Can you find me a job?" Because that young person was talking about work at the dinner. It's infectious, and but we have to start to get parents more involved as well with their young people's work expectations.
And what's your source material like in Barnsley? What are the 16 and 17-year-olds of Barnsley like?
They don't have any work expectations, largely because, and several schools, like I said, are scrapping work experience. As an employer, you've got a very, very rich pool of talent to recruit from. If I put a telesales vacancy up, which we've got several at the moment, out there, I'm amazed at the standard of people that are prepared to do it. You've got people that have left university, their degree might not be attractive to me, but their life experience that they've had during that time makes them a very attractive member of the team. And then you've got people leaving school with hardly any qualifications, no work experience, and they're not attractive, Toby.
Adrian, thanks ever so much indeed for coming in. I'm sure this is something that we ought to keep in touch about, because it's a situation that's only going to need more work, isn't it? It's
going to get worse, and the long-term social effects are going to be quite damaging as well, because these people that are leaving school now that aren't earning are going to be expected to fund the people that are retiring over the next 10, 15 years as well, so it's going to get a lot worse.
We're going to be speaking to Nick Clegg between 9 and 10 here on BBC Radio Sheffield. He's going to be answering your phone calls, so get them in now. But this is certainly going to be one of the big issues we speak to Nick about. 1 in 5 kids in Barnsley is not in employment or training or work. 0114 279 6699. What do you want to ask Nick Clegg? Adrian Oldfield, thanks very much indeed for coming in.